You see, I saw like a story about that just in the last couple of days where it was like family's 1-year-old killed by pet. And it's like, I'm going to use my clairvoyance powers right now before I click the article. It's a pit bull, isn't it? And then I click it and it's like, yeah, they had a feral pit bull. They put a picture of like the dog in there. And it's like, if you don't have any pictures without your dog like flexing at you, like that's the best picture you get, where he's like got traps. Like that's crazy. You can't have that dog around a kid. That was like, that's a murderer. That's a killer. They should probably go to jail. You think they should go to jail for that? Having their 1-year-old just sitting around a steam shovel jawed monster.
I know I wouldn't do it. I know that like, and we've talked about this a lot. I don't like pit bulls. I just think that, look, my Pomeranian attacks me viciously, but he weighs 15 pounds and he can barely break the skin in worst case scenario. It's like, hey, you little cocksucker.
Yeah.
That's how like silly little dogs can be. But you take that attitude and you put it into one of those killing machines that's built for war. All of a sudden that he doesn't just break the skin, he kills you. Especially if like a grown man, maybe you get mauled and stitched up. I had a buddy in high school that got mauled by 2 or 3 pit bulls. They eventually he climbed a tree to escape them, and a passing car had to save him. His arms were really messed up, dozens of stitches and staples. A grown man can survive it maybe, but those little kids, like, they just get mauled to death. They just get mauled. And another thing that pit bulls will do, it's some sort of predator-prey instinct or something. If you have a seizure in their presence, they will attack you with everything they have. Something about you having a seizure, like, I don't know what that triggers in them. Maybe a predator-prey response, like that overrides their master-pet loyalty or man-dog friendship. Something happens when a person has a seizure in the presence of a dog or a pit bull. I've always hear. It's always been a pit bull when I hear about it. And it's they maul the person. And of course, you're lying there on the ground defenseless, having a seizure, so you can't defend yourself, and they kill you.
Like a wounded prey instinct. Yeah, I gotta end this. I gotta bring it home.
I know if my dog sees a bird that's a little fucked up out in the yard, it's like they lose their goddamn minds. It's everything to them to munch that bird up. I showed you those pictures, Taylor, in my gym of like they got another one. There's just feathers everywhere.
What for you, Kyle? Somebody who's got a small dog. I've got a little wiener dog. What would be your play if you're walking with your dog and a big ass pit bull tries to chomp down, like has your little dog within its jaw? Because like, I don't have a gun or anything like that, but like, I like to imagine that I like pull out my keys and try to start stabbing this thing to try and save my little one.
I gotta get my hands in the dog's mouth right away. That's what I'm gonna do, whether it's a good idea or not. And I'm gonna try to physically pull his jaws apart.
I don't
That's
think
what I'm
you
gonna
could.
Do. I think I can.
You think so? A pit bull? These things are monsters.
I'm pretty sure I could tear his head apart if I really wanted to. If I can get my legs wrapped around him, I'll tear his bottom jaw off before the end.
I'm going to start screaming, let me at him, let me at him. And no one's going to be holding me back.
And I'll bite too. If I manage to get my hands in his mouth, I'm coming down for some bites.
See how you like it. Yeah.
Have you seen those videos though of like a pit bull charging and like they'll eat a bullet and then like the second like when a boss in a video game dies too early and then he resurrects, like that's what these pit bulls are doing. They go down for a second and they pop back up. I've seen that. Fury.
And when I hear all these stories of like, the cop had to put down the dog when they went into your house, like that's what I would expect. They put down a pit bull when they came in to search the house, but like more often than not, you hear these stories like, yeah, he just killed a little Pomeranian who.
Some cops like shooting dogs.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, you shouldn't be shooting dogs for no reason. But if it's munching another dog, you got to put that one down. You got to save the little pup.
Yep, you know, if you're out walking your little dog, you've got to be vigilant. You know, you can't be on your phone with earbuds in. You need to be looking around because he's prey to a lot of stuff on the streets. Even like, I've got an armored vest for our little dogs. You know,
the little spikes on top of them. Do you have that?
It's
for like air
predators. It's for air predators. Yeah. It's because you know, we've got big red-tailed hawks here, and they would totally. My dog's big enough now; it's not a problem. But when he was a pup, when I got him, he was about the size of a Chipotle burrito. He was about that size. Like he was little bitty, and it's like, dude, a bird could carry him away.
Oh yeah,
you got to watch him outside. A bird could literally carry him away.
I don't know if you can open a pit bull's mouth. Like even a strong man, I don't know if you could just grab his jaw and open it. I Googled it and tried to figure it out, and they give me numbers that don't mean a lot, like 235 pounds per square inch. What is that concentrated on a tooth?
But I got that.
it gave advice on how to stick a finger in its nose, stick your fingers in its nose, and I'm like, ooh, that might do it.
See, I'm not trying to get him to let go. I'm trying to stop the damage. I'm trying to save its life. Like I remember I saw that guy. You probably saw the old cigar chomping man who jumps into the pond in Florida.
Yes. That was so good. The fucking alligator. He just pries its jaws open to save its little dog. Dude, I aspire to be that man. I aspire to be like that man.
And the dog's like, help. And he's like, I got you, little. And he drags the gator out of the water and like opens its jaws up and gets the little dog out. It's great.
I didn't know humans could do that. Like I didn't know Brock Lesnar could do that.
It wasn't a huge gator.
It depends on the size. Yeah. And I don't know. There's a difference between bite force and holding force too. Like I know they have all that force but do they clamp down and like lock up?
Like pit bulls are known for their determination in holding that bite.
Absolutely, they are.
I don't know anything about alligators.
Yeah.
Have you seen those videos where like, or actually this is either just one or two videos, but it's like a pit bull at a park that some douchebag doesn't have on a leash, and it's like attacking the Anheuser-Busch Clydesdale, like trying to just do its little, Christmassy traipsing through a park with a carriage behind it, and you see this like big pit bull eat, which like it's a big, strong, like muscled animal, and it's eating like actual kicks from not just a horse, but like a
2,000-pound horse,
an enormous horse. And it's still popping back up. Like it's getting kicked and skidding like it's a movie, like across the concrete. And then it just pops right back up and tries to harass it. And the horse is not having it, obviously.
It's more dangerous than a handgun.
Terrible animals.
I think that they should reclassify those things the same way they do chimpanzees and other dangerous animals. Maybe not chimps because they have their own special protections nowadays. But like it should be like a zoo animal, like keeping an exotic, dangerous animal. They're
Schedule 1 dog.
It's a Schedule 1 dog.
Where you guys are?
Yeah.
Are they not banned for you guys?
Banned? I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
we fucking give them steroids and put them on weight programs.
I think it's the state dog.
Yeah. They literally put the dogs on steroids and put them on weight programs here.
What are the weight programs like?
Dragging around stuff. They also have these big. They'll have them, with dumbbells in their mouth. They'll literally be walking around with like 35s in their mouth.
Dude, when I was a kid, it wasn't an angry dog. It was a Siberian Husky, but we had a neighbor who bred and kept show dogs. They were Siberian Huskies. And she would walk the dog down the street all the time, not busy street at all, like suburban neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And the dog would drag 2 or 3 tires behind it. Just that's how she walked it.
Here in Ontario, they're banned, but like you see them. And is that a pit bull? This is a bully. A bully. That's all what they always say. It's a bully. I'm like, all right, this is a fucking pit bull. I know exactly what this is.
Sure, dickhead. It's a Staffordshire Terrier. No, it isn't. It's a pit bull.
When our neighbors would get pit bulls, we killed them if they came onto our property. There was one that attacked our Doberman Pinscher. He was about 5 or 6 years old, but he'd had a rough life. He kept getting hit by cars and stuff, so he was a little gimpy. And look at this. Look at this.
Good Lord.
Wait till you see what he's pulling. Look at this.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my fucking God.
He's mode engaged. If he had shoes, he could pull harder.
What they're not showing is there's a toddler at the end of the...
like a Greyhound's rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. See, that dog's on performance enhancers.
Yeah, that's...
Fuck with that dog.
Don't do that. We need to... We take everybody's pit bull away, and then we give them a nice golden retriever. Guess what? In about 6 months, everybody who had a pit bull is going to be like, fuck. Now we got to admit to all we don't like pit bull people that they were right. This is a way better dog. This dog rules. I'm not afraid of it.
Like dogs are just naturally wonderful and sweet and loving. I bet your pit bull is great with you. But again, the problem is that like my Pomeranian bites the shit out of when I get up, he comes from under the bed like it in a Stephen King movie and like gets my Achilles. If he was 20 pounds heavier, it would be a problem, much less be a pit bull or something. And I know that attitude is not just Pomeranians or just little dogs. I've had dachshunds that were mean like that. They're just dangerous weapons that should be treated like that. That's not a family dog, if you ask me. I wouldn't have one around my family because what if everything's straight, but your son develops a seizure one day? It's his first one ever. like that risk alone. It's like, what do you do?
Like the kid in that movie you showed us.
Just like the kid in that movie you showed.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, great movie. Y'all check that movie out if you want some fun horror. Again, I think it's Spanish language, but it's great.
And it wouldn't even take a seizure. It would be like what if the child laughs too hard at Toy Story and it startles the dog and he sees the teeth and his primal, fight training kicks in. He goes in game 7 mode, tears your kid's throat out. Not good. There aren't like you would expect there to be some balancing stories where it'd be like this dog, like no adults and no lifeguards noticed this child drowning at the pool, and this heroic pit bull jumped in, saved the child, and now the kid's going to be okay. He would have died otherwise. Never stories like that. It's always like, well, he had never behaved like that to me, and so I went to Sonic to pick up a couple of burgers, and I came back to a house of hell and horror. And it's like, yeah, of course you did. You left like 3 murderous animals around a 9-year-old, which was a story from last year.
You know what the worst part about this is, Taylor? I Googled hero pit bull, and I found this wonderful story about a hero pit bull who saved a woman who was stuck in some train tracks, losing his leg in the process, but surviving. And then later, and the story is that hero pit bull has passed. Look at the picture.
That's not a pit bull, is it?
That's not a pit bull.
I was literally looking. I'm like, all right, why do they have a picture of some other dog?
Well, they got that sweet old feller there for. Where's that mean pit bull at? It's like, that's not.
Well, I was waiting for where the story. Yeah, I was waiting for when the story was going to turn dark. This is a good boy.
Dude, if we gave that thing, if we gave that like a 23andMe, it might get like 1.5% pit bull.
Does this dog identify as a pit bull? Because I can see it's not.
You see how the flesh of that person holding it isn't in the pincer jaws? That's how you can tell it's not a pit bull. I saw a video just a few days ago. I found it here, and I guess this is old, but I just saw it. Some dude was getting chased through a alleyway by 3 pit bulls, and he jumps on the hood of a truck and grabs a 2x4, and these things, I'll link it here. It's violent, Zach, so you probably can't show this one, but you guys can see it. He's up on the hood of the car, and these things are like leaping with fury. They want to kill him. They don't want to bite and play. They want to kill him.
Dude,
and
this
so
is
he's
nightmare fuel.
Swinging.
Holy fuck.
He's swinging this 2x4, and he's cracking these things on the head, and he like kills 2 of the pit bulls. And part of it's because he has a gigantic 2x4. And so the amount of leverage or momentum or whatever fucking inertia, whatever physics word, where you swing something longer and it has a bigger pop.
Oh yeah, what I was going to say earlier, our Doberman, like a pit bull came to our farm and attacked the Doberman, and the fight had gone under my dad's Chevrolet truck. So now we can't help the Doberman. Like now they're under the truck and we can't provide assistance. So Dad reaches in the truck and gets an 870 12 gauge, and he's laying on the ground like aiming back and forth, like trying to just shoot the pit bull off of the Doberman, and does so.
Wow.
Shoots the pit bull off the Doberman, and then the Doberman, of course, like beats the shit out of what was left. I'm sure he thought he did all the heavy lifting.
That's a cinematic thing for your dad to do, like shooting a dog off of another dog.
That's not the only time we've done that. There was a time when Max, our Labrador, was in a standoff with 3 big dogs in the field, and one by one sniped them out. While I was like, Max thinks he scared those dogs to death because they're 400 yards away. Max came home, balls hanging low.
You guys wouldn't believe what happened.
You got to give him the props at that point too, right? Like you can't take that glory away from him.
Good job, Max. You scared him to death.